of the Patriots. So Tom Brady, he decided to leave the Patriots this offseason. He decided to leave Bill Belichick. He went to Tampa Bay, and I felt it was a smart move just because, Tom Brady, I felt that he and Belichick's success had peaked in New England. They went to 9 Super Bowls. They won 6 of them. They weren't going to get to the Super Bowl anytime soon with Baltimore, Kansas City being on the rise. Tom Brady increasingly is getting older and older. I think that the system is kind of, worn out a little bit in New England. That system is a little bit stale. So I didn't blame Tom Brady for leaving. And ultimately, right now, Tom Brady, he is winning the divorce with Bill Belichick early on in the 2020 NFL season. Through 8 weeks, it's not even close. Tom Brady, by a landslide, is beating Bill Belichick right now in regards to their breakup. The Patriots right now, with the MVP level quarterback in Cam Newton, okay? I know I bashed Cam Newton in the last segment, but let's be real, people. Cam Newton has some skills. He's not a bum. He's won an MVP in the past. A lot of people in the past have said, well, if Belichick had any other MVP level quarterback, guess what? He still wins 6 or 7 Super Bowls with that quarterback outside of Tom Brady. Tom Brady's job isn't that hard. Belichick can win multiple Super Bowls with any quarterback. It doesn't matter. Well, Belichick has an MVP level quarterback in Cam Newton that's hungry and starving for a new contract. And right now, the Patriots, they're 2-4 on the season. Now, I get it. Context definitely matters because the Patriots, they've had a lot of players opt out due to injuries and not injuries, due to COVID. I think some players opted out due to injuries, maybe not. But bottom line, a lot of players have opted out this season for the Patriots. They've had to deal with, the whole COVID-19 situation where Cam Newton wasn't able to practice with the team for a couple weeks. He was clearly rusty for the Broncos game, and they just have not been fully in sync all year, okay? So context matters, but I gotta say, man, it's pretty funny how Tom Brady, the minute he leaves the Patriots, the minute they're a 2-4 football team. In fact, when Tom Brady was with the Patriots for 20 plus years, at no point during his time in New England was the team 2-4 with him as a starter. At no point did Tom Brady allow the Patriots to be a 2-4 ball club through 6 games. They were always at least 500 or better through 6 games with Tom Brady through the first 6 games, okay? And while Belichick and the Patriots are sitting through 6 games with 2 wins and 4 losses for the first time without Tom Brady is sitting up there in Tampa Bay leading a 5-2 ball club. And arguably right now, Tampa Bay might have the most talented roster in the entire NFL. They at least have one of the top 5 rosters in football right now, okay? And Tom Brady, he's defying father time. He's 43 years old, but despite that old age, Tom Brady on the year through 7 games, 18 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, a 65% completion percentage, a 102.7 passer rating. He's playing pretty well. He's in the MVP conversation. Meanwhile, Belichick, he's struggling. He's struggling to beat the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins, of all teams, have a better record than the Patriots right now. The Patriots are struggling. And the Patriots, when Tom Brady was in New England, they made the playoffs 17 times with him there during that 20-year stretch. 17 times the Patriots made the playoffs. The Patriots, the minute Tom Brady leaves, they're in danger of making the playoffs. And to be honest with you, if they make the playoffs, they'll be lucky to win a playoff game because they're not a very good football team as of right now. Okay? And maybe if Belichick goes out there and gets a wide receiver in the offseason, or maybe trades for one at the trading deadline because he needs to, or maybe if Cam Newton fails this year, Belichick gets his hands on a very good stud young quarterback. Maybe he signs to Dak Prescott. I don't know what other free agent quarterbacks are out there, but Dak Prescott, as of right now, he's a better quarterback than Cam Newton. He'd be an upgrade. I think Dak Prescott's the perfect New England Patriots quarterback. A guy that's a great leader. He's a grinder. Outside of this season where he's been injured, he doesn't miss games. He's a very smart quarterback. Doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes. He's the perfect Bill Belichick type quarterback. I can see Belichick turning Dak Prescott into a star. In fact, Dak Prescott, he was already, putting up good numbers in Dallas. He was leading the league in passing yards. He was throwing for a lot of touchdown passes the last 2 seasons. He's been putting up good numbers. So maybe Belichick turns it around this year. I actually predicted the Buccaneers to win the Super Bowl this year. So automatically, I predicted that Tom Brady would win round number 1 of the divorce. So again, we can't fully judge the Brady and Belichick divorce until we see what Bill Belichick does over the next couple of seasons and what Tom Brady does over the next couple of seasons. Maybe Tom Brady, chokes in the playoffs. Maybe he gets blown out in the playoffs. There's so many other things that could happen. Tom Brady could get hurt and then his season gets derailed, or the Patriots could turn their season around. So we don't know what's going to happen down the road. But as of right now, the people that have said in the past that Tom Brady's a system quarterback, he's a product of Belichick, he'd be a bust anywhere else, those people are slowly running out of arguments. Tom Brady right now is lapping Bill Belichick. The Buccaneers, they look really, really good. And right now, early on, Tom Brady is winning his divorce with Bill Belichick. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Please also note that the Juiciest Sports Podcast is not just a YouTube channel. It is available on all podcasting platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this content with all your friends. This podcast is my favorite thing in the entire world right now. It is my passion. And I want more people to listen to this podcast. I really want this podcast to grow. Also, a fun fact about me is that I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I am looking to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. And I potentially would like to start my own network if this podcast really truly grows. Or if I fall short of that goal, I would love to work for a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. I am open to all networks. So if you believe in my dreams and you see or hear my passion through the screen, be sure to tell all your friends about the Juiciest Sports Podcast. Stay motivated, you guys. Have a God bless day, and I'm out.